Hey, wow, this is a look. That is, okay. Hey, um, my name's Rachel. I am 27 and I live in the South. I lived in the South my whole life. I am fat. I am queer. I am cognitively disabled. And I'm depressed. Do you know what I mean? Like, I know, the meme or whatever, like, we are all have depression. I mean, and we do because life is fucking hard. Like, right? I mean, it's impossible. I mean, it's not impossible. It's just like, I don't know. For anybody who's watching this who was like, I'm not depressed. Generally, I think that I'm fine. Okay, cool. Well, imagine getting up every day, going to work or going to school or going to the gym or whatever it is you do, and coming home and making dinner and going to bed. Cool. Now imagine doing all of that with an unrelenting feeling of dread in your heart the whole time and about 100 pounds of imaginary perceived pressure and weight on your shoulders. Not really there, but it feels like it's there. Um, just think about that. It doesn't sound like a super happy, good time, right? And the thing is, like, even if you have this constant, like, pit in your stomach, and even though you do feel this pressure and weight on you all the time, you still have to get up. Like, you have to go to school. You have to go to work. I can't call my work and say, sorry, I can't come in. I just feel like something terrible is going to happen and I don't know what, and it probably won't, but I have to stay in bed for 10 hours. Like, that's not realistic. You can't do that. Life doesn't stop just because you're having a bad day, you know? And that sucks. It'd be cool if I could press pause, if I could, like, pause the world around me and let myself breathe and rest and let the anxiety, like, calm itself down. But it doesn't really work that way. And I've been talking to my therapist about this a lot. And let me just say, like, therapy is not accessible for everyone. It can be really expensive. It can be super hard to find a therapist that you click with, especially if you are disabled, especially if you're queer, if you're a person of color, all of these things make it harder to find a therapist who can cultivate an environment that you feel safe in. Like, that's not easy to find. So I recognize the privilege in being able to have a therapist that I can talk to, that is affordable to me, that's accessible to me. Not everybody can have that for whatever reason, but my therapist and I have been talking about this a lot, and about how when like I feel all this perceived pressure, it doesn't help, you know, to add even more to that by feeling guilty for my lack of capacity. Right? It's like some people have, the capacity to get up and go to school and work and go to the gym and go to the park and meet their friends for drinks or coffee or whatever. And some people don't. Some people can't just go out and do a bunch of social things. And I'm getting kind of off track, but the point is that, like, life is so hard. And being depressed makes it even harder. It's like an uphill battle. It's a race you never get to the finish line of. And, but, it can get easier. Sometimes it doesn't, but it can. And one of the ways that I've learned to make it easier for myself is just to befriend my vulnerability. Like, make peace with the fact that it's not going to be an easy time. That things are going to be weird and strange and stressful and hard. And sometimes I have to just look at a day and say, I can't do any of this, but I have to do it, so I will. And if that means that I walk a little slower, if I talk a little bit less, if I take a couple of extra breaks, if that's what I need to do to get through a day, I'm just gonna do that. And that can, oh boy, that is a look. And that can look like different things for different people. But I guess the point of this is that I like talking about depression and how it affects me, and how it intersects with all these other things. And I feel like I haven't seen anyone on YouTube who looks like me or who identifies with things I identify with, um, who's talking about anything. So, you know, I'll talk about it. And maybe no one will ever watch my videos. Probably nobody will ever watch my videos. But, you know, if you are the one person who stumbled upon this and decides, let's give it a watch, I hope you're having a good day. And I hope that the universe is kind and that everything is as good as it can be, you know, in your world. I'm going to upload stuff here every now and then. Leave me comments about your thoughts, feelings, what you might want to hear about. I will get back to everybody. I'm going to put my Instagram in the description. And I'm not a professional. I don't have a vlogging camera. I don't have a vlogging anything. I don't have any editing software. Anything that I post is going to be recorded on my roommate's iPad mini and uploaded directly to YouTube. No filter, no retouching, no editing work, because I don't have a laptop. So, wow. Oh my god, someone get me a haircut. Maybe that's the next self-care thing I'll do, is get a haircut. But anybody who's listening, you are doing great. You are kicking the world's ass. You're doing the best you can, and that's all you can do. And I'm proud of you. And I will talk to you soon.